on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
And he sinks the second.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction. A prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
Knicks on offense. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Hart. Brunson with it. Bridges, no one around him. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
Here's Curry into the lane. And the shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The kick out to Anunoby. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Exposing the defense and taking advantage in the paint.
Now here's Curry. Shoots over Anunoby. Curry can't get it to go.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Curry. Bridges with some nice defense. Brunson outside. Drills it from outside.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Butler from outside. Sinks the triple.
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
Pass to Moody. Golden State moving it around. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Towns.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Moody. Now here's Green. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Pass to Hart. Brunson outside. From the arc. Rebound by Butler. Warriors trail by 10. Here's Curry. Misses for the 5th time this game. Marking at 1 for 6. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 17-7 run. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 11 points.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Shots good by Achua.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Towns.
Nice finish.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And so it's the New York Knicks in command with a 16-point lead as the And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Pass to Bridges. Down low. Here's Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Achua. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
The Knicks leading by 20. Pass to Payne. To the inside. 7-foot shot. It's stolen by Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
So cunning on the attack. Curry gets defenders to foul on the drive because there's nothing else you can do.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Back to Payne. Pass to Achua. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Curry attacking. There it is, only a second basket. He's missed 8. That's a sad 20%.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
Towns, high post. He's got 13. Here's Bridges. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Stephen Curry.
First team foul.
Richard, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the time. Out called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Warriors trail by 18. Curry looking around. Launches a three. Curry buries the three shot.
Defensively, you have to be aware of Curry in that set.
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. At the top of the key, Towns. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 13. Curry goes inside. Basket counts. Curry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Got the defender on his heels right there, and Curry capitalized. What a finish.
Towns down low. Pass to Robinson. Second chance shot. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
Curry gets it to go inside.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry wide open, and the lead is down inside single digits. Curry's got 20.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Brunson, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
In the corner, it's Hield. Stolen by Anunoby. From deep, Brunson
Jalen Brunson.
Bangs home the trifecta.
3 ball.
Brunson's got 6 here in this quarter.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
And so it's New York with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Curry. Beyond the arc. The Knicks pull it in. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Towns. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And how about the game from Towns? So the combination of that height and shooting, probably unmatched in the NBA.
Here's Curry with the 3. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks leading by 16. Pass to Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Anthony Towns.
Towns has got 17 now.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Here's Curry. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
The adjustment, man, what a finish.
Brunson, left side. Pass to Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. Back to Hart. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Can't hit that one.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Curry on the wing. 22 points for him. Hits it from 3-point range.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Inside, here's Bridges, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Warriors trail by 13. Healed outside. Back to Curry. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Towns down low. Back to Anunoby. Here's Hart. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Hield from outside. Cans it from downtown. Hield's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
What is going on right now?
So both teams making some changes here. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. On offense, here are the Warriors. It's been 8 unanswered points for them.
Well, Draymond has a special talent for setting guys up, especially for his position.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Shots good by Butler.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
And it's hard penetrating. Banked in off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 10.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight cover.
Takes the turnaround J. Pass to Achua. Here's Brunson. Great D that time from Payton.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
And here's Brunson outside. Warriors with the rebound. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Here's Green. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. New York leading by 6. Left side, Towns. And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul. Knicks substitution.
11 seconds left to play here in the third.
OG Anunoby.
Pass to Robinson. Anunoby outside. Over Butler. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
The Knicks.
Their shooting has been the big. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here are the Knicks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Hart. For 3, Bridges. The rebound by Payton.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Right side, Butler. And here is Green. 5 to shoot. And it's off from 3-point range. It's Hart on the wing. They set the pick. Here's Anunoby. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Warriors trail by 8. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper. Butler's got 9 points here in the second half. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team, and he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Towns, the screen. Brunson And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And Brunson, a very physical player, someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
Now Curry. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. The tray. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Back to Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Brunson. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Curry with it. Hart covering. Curry, that's good.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Right side Towns. It's rebounded by Golden State. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Curry. There's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer up.
Curry way outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Right side Towns. Overhealed. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 21 in the game.
And the defense has to guard Towns better than this because he is just too gifted a shooter.
Over in the corner, Kuminga. It's Curry outside. Trains the three-pointer. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors. Here's Brunson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And he saw a lane, and Brunson decides to challenge it. Doesn't take but a sliver of daylight for him to be aggressive.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Curry, and it's in there. Curry's got 15 points here in the second half.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Oh, muscling it in, Brunson.
Nothing in the game's quite as smooth as a finger roll. Great finish right there.
Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 12 now in this quarter.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Butler in the corner. Good D by Anunoby.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Here's Brunson. Green with the block.
This is the high-impact D we expect from Green, an intelligent defender who can find these blocks.
Now here's Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Basketball.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is Curry. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Button Hield. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line
He hits
of
the
one,
first one, and that
Mikal
makes it a
Bridges
7-point lead.
taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. Good on the three-point shot. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Golden State foul. Stephen Curry. Second personal
So
foul.
the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Shooting for New York. Jalen.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Substitution for your Warriors. Kevin Knox, the second.
And so it's the Knicks with the win.